Houseplants trends for 2026 are getting a serious glow-up, and if you've been feeling like your indoor space needs a little more life, you're right on time because this year is all about bold foliage, unusual shapes, and plants that practically take care of themselves. We're seeing a huge shift toward low-maintenance beauties that still look high-end, and honestly, who doesn't want that? People are choosing houseplants not just for decor, but for wellness, air quality, and even productivity boosts. This year's trending plants are proving you don't need a green thumb to keep your home looking fresh. From vibrant leaves that catch natural light just right to compact varieties perfect for apartments, everything is leaning toward easy care with big personality. And the best part is, these plants don't just sit around looking cute, they actively improve your space day after day. So if you're ready to upgrade your home with the plants everyone will be talking about in 2026, let's jump right in. Peony is becoming one of the most surprising stars in houseplants trends for 2026, and it's easy to see why once you realize how much personality this plant brings indoors. With breeders finally developing compact varieties that thrive in containers, people are loving how these plants deliver those big, romantic blooms without needing a full garden. They prefer bright indirect light and slightly moist, well-draining soil, and when you keep the room temperature steady around 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, they reward you with fuller buds and longer blooming periods than older varieties ever offered. What really makes peonies trend this year is their impact on mood. Studies show that colorful blooms can boost serotonin levels, and peonies are basically happiness grown on a stem. The fun twist is that indoor peonies now come in long-lasting shades like blush pinks and creamy whites that fit perfectly with the 2026 interior trend of soft, calming palettes, making them the plant everyone wants as the centerpiece of their space. Prayer plant is climbing fast in the houseplants trends for 2026 because people love plants that actually move, and this one puts on a little show every day. With its signature leaf folding routine at night and spreading open in the morning, it adds a calming, almost meditative rhythm to any room. It thrives in medium to bright indirect light, prefers evenly moist soil, and absolutely loves humidity. Keeping it around 60% or higher helps maintain those bold red veins and deep green patterns that make it so eye-catching. What's pushing it into the trend spotlight this year is how well it fits into wellness-focused homes. Indoor plant studies show movement stimulates emotional engagement, and the prayer plant's nightly, praying, pose genuinely makes people feel more connected to their space. Plus, it comes in vibrant varieties like lemon lime and red maranta, which match the 2026 design shift toward colorful, uplifting accents without overwhelming the room. Peace lily is holding a strong spot in houseplants trends for 2026 because people want plants that clean the air and look elegant without demanding constant maintenance. This plant thrives in low to medium light, making it perfect for apartments and offices where sunlight isn't always generous, and it prefers consistently moist soil with a quick drink when the leaves start to droop slightly. What really boosts its popularity is its proven ability to remove indoor pollutants like benzene and formaldehyde, making it one of the top wellness-focused plants for the year. The glossy dark leaves and bright white blooms fit perfectly with the 2026 design trend of minimalist calm, and newer hybrid varieties are blooming longer and producing larger flowers than ever before. Plus, most people don't know that peace lilies can increase indoor humidity by up to 5%, which helps with dry skin and easier breathing, turning this classic plant into a must-have modern essential. Golden pothos is dominating the houseplants trends for 2026 because it checks every box people want right now. Easy, fast-growing, stylish, and scientifically proven to improve indoor air quality. This plant thrives in almost any light except direct harsh sun, and it only needs watering when the top inch of soil dries out, which makes it perfect for busy people who still want a lush, green home. Its trailing vines can grow over 10 feet indoors, and studies from NASA's Clean Air Research show Pothos can help filter toxins like xylene and toluene, giving it serious wellness appeal this year. The 2026 trend of biophilic design loves golden pothos even more because its bright green and gold variegation brings warmth into modern spaces without requiring designer-level care. And the fun part? Variegation becomes brighter with just a little more indirect light, so people are treating it almost like a living decor upgrade that adapts to their home effortlessly. Lavender is becoming an unexpected favorite in houseplants trends for 2026 because people are craving plants that bring both beauty and a calming atmosphere into small indoor spaces. With compact indoor-friendly varieties like French lavender and Goodwin Creek unexpectedly thriving in containers, homeowners are loving how it delivers soft purple blooms and that signature soothing scent even on a windowsill. It prefers bright light, ideally 6+ hours of sun or strong grow lights, and well-draining, sandy soil that dries slightly between waterings, making it far easier to maintain indoors than most people realize. What's driving its rise this year is the wellness trend. Studies show lavender's natural aroma can reduce stress and improve sleep quality, and having it indoors creates a mini aromatherapy corner without any diffusers or sprays. Add in its silvery foliage that fits perfectly with the 2026 aesthetic of calm, airy interiors, and lavender has officially shifted from garden favorite to indoor trendsetter. Fiddle leaf fig is still holding its crown in Houseplants Trends for 2026, but this year it's making a comeback with smarter care and new compact varieties that actually thrive indoors. People love its tall, sculptural shape and those big glossy violin-shaped leaves that instantly make any room look more styled, and with proper care it can grow up to 2 feet a year inside. It does best in bright indirect light, rotated weekly for even growth, and prefers slightly drying out between waterings while sitting in well-draining soil to avoid the root rot drama it's known for. What's boosting its popularity again is the shift toward statement plants. Homes in 2026 are embracing bold greenery that anchors a space, and fiddle leaf fig does that better than almost any other indoor plant. Plus, newer cultivars like Little Fiddle and Bambino are easier to maintain, making this once fussy plant much more beginner-friendly. The fun bonus? Studies show larger leaf plants can help trap more dust, meaning your air stays cleaner while your home looks effortlessly stylish. Adenium, often called the desert rose, is rising fast in Houseplants Trends for 2026 because people are obsessed with plants that look like living art, and this one delivers with its swollen caudex trunk and bright, exotic blooms. Indoors, it thrives in strong light, ideally a sunny window or consistent grow light setup, and prefers a fast-draining soil mix that dries completely between waterings, which makes it incredibly low maintenance once you understand its rhythm. What's making Adenium trend this year is its sculptural shape. Interior designers are using it as a natural accent piece because each plant grows with a uniquely thick, twisted base that looks hand-carved. It's also surprisingly long-lived, with some indoor specimens blooming for decades and producing clusters of pink, red, or white flowers even in compact pots. The fun fact that keeps people hooked is how the caudex expands over time, turning into a personalized, bonsai-style showpiece that reflects your care and environment. A perfect fit for the 2026 trend of meaningful, character-filled indoor plants. Spider plant is landing solidly in the Houseplants Trends for 2026 because people want plants that grow fast, clean the air, and practically take care of themselves, and this one does all three effortlessly. It thrives in medium to bright indirect light, handles occasional neglect, and prefers lightly moist soil that dries a bit between waterings, making it great for beginners and busy households. What's fueling its trend this year is its ability to produce long cascading runners, each carrying baby spiderets that you can easily propagate, turning one plant into a whole indoor jungle in just a few months. Studies highlight its air-purifying ability too, especially for removing carbon monoxide and formaldehyde, giving it a strong wellness appeal for 2026 homes. And the fun part is the new variegated varieties, like Bonnie and Variegated, fit beautifully with modern decor, adding bright stripes and flowing shapes that bring movement and freshness to any room. African Violet is becoming a standout favorite in Houseplants Trends for 2026 because people are rediscovering how beautifully it blooms indoors with very little space or effort. This compact plant thrives in bright indirect light and prefers evenly moist, slightly warm soil. Something as simple as bottom watering once a week can keep it blooming almost year-round. Its rise in popularity comes from new hybrid varieties that produce larger flowers, richer colors, and even ruffled petals, giving it a high-end look without the high-maintenance routine. African violets are also known for boosting indoor mood. Studies show that colorful flowering plants can increase feelings of comfort and happiness, and this plant delivers vibrant purples, pinks, and whites right on your windowsill. The fun fact that makes it trendier than ever is that with the right care, some African violets can produce hundreds of blooms annually, turning a tiny pot into a non-stop floral display that perfectly matches the 2026 aesthetic of cozy, uplifting interior spaces. Orchid is taking a strong lead in Houseplants Trends for 2026 because people want elegant, long-lasting blooms that instantly elevate a room, and few plants do that better than this one. Modern hybrids like Phalaenopsis are incredibly beginner-friendly, thriving in bright indirect light, warm temperatures, and a chunky orchid mix that dries out between waterings, which helps prevent root rot and keeps those thick aerial roots healthy. What's fueling its trend this year is its bloom longevity. Many orchids hold their flowers for 8 to 12 weeks, and with good care can rebloom 2 or even 3 times a year, making them one of the most cost-effective flowering plants for indoor decor. Designers are loving orchids for 2026's clean, luxury-inspired interior styles because their arching stems and pastel blooms add softness without overwhelming a space. And the fun fact that has everyone hooked? Research shows orchids can improve concentration and calmness, which is why people are placing them near desks, bedside tables, and reading corners to create a subtle, spa-like atmosphere right at home. Monstera is staying firmly in the spotlight for Houseplants Trends for 2026 because people can't get enough of its big, dramatic leaves and naturally modern look that fits every interior style. It thrives in bright indirect light, prefers evenly moist but well-draining soil, and rewards you with faster growth when you give it something to climb. Most indoor monsteras can add 2 to 3 new leaves a month in the right conditions. What's boosting its trend this year is the explosion of new hybrids and fenestrated varieties that develop those famous split leaves even earlier, making them perfect for smaller spaces. Homeowners love how a single monstera can turn a plain corner into a statement spot, and with indoor studies showing that large leaf plants can reduce stress and improve focus, it's becoming a wellness staple too. And here's the fun twist. Monsteras naturally create oxygen at night at a slightly higher rate than many tropical plants, which is why people are placing them in living rooms and bedrooms to add both style and a subtle sense of freshness. Jade Plant is rising fast in Houseplants Trends for 2026 because people love plants that look classy, live forever, and don't make you work hard to keep them thriving. This succulent prefers bright light, especially a sunny window, and it grows beautifully in a gritty, fast-draining soil mix that dries out between waterings, making it ideal for anyone who forgets to water now and then. What's boosting its popularity this year is its reputation for good luck and financial prosperity, something interior designers are leaning into as more homes follow the 2026 trend of mindful, intention-driven decor. Jade plants can live for decades, even passing from one generation to the next, and mature plants develop thick branches and glossy oval leaves that give them a mini bonsai look without the complicated maintenance. The fun fact that's capturing everyone's attention? Jade plants can grow over 2 inches a year indoors and even produce tiny star-shaped blooms when they're really happy, turning a simple windowsill into a timeless, living centerpiece. Variegated mini monstera is becoming one of the most exciting plants in Houseplants Trends for 2026 because people are loving how it brings that designer-style look in a compact, easy-to-manage size. It thrives in bright indirect light, which helps maintain those creamy white and minty green variegation patterns, and it prefers well-draining soil that stays slightly moist but never soggy. What's making it trend so hard this year is how quickly it grows for a variegated plant. Many indoor growers report new leaves every 2 to 3 weeks, which is rare for highly variegated varieties. Its split leaves give you that monstera vibe without taking over the room, making it perfect for apartments, shelves, and small workspaces. And the fun fact that has everyone hooked is how each new leaf looks completely different, almost like a piece of abstract art, with some leaves showing marbling and others going half-moon. That unpredictability is a big reason it's topping 2026 plant wishlists for collectors and beginners alike. ZZ Plant is holding a top spot in Houseplants Trends for 2026 because people want greenery that looks sleek, stays glossy, and survives almost any living situation without constant attention. This plant thrives in low to bright indirect light, needs watering only when the soil is completely dry, and its thick rhizomes store moisture so well that many ZZ plants go 2 to 3 weeks between waterings without a single complaint. Its popularity this year is driven by its ultra-modern look. Those upright, waxy leaves fit perfectly with the 2026 trend of clean, minimalist interiors while still adding a rich, deep green contrast that makes any room feel more alive. Wellness-focused homes also love it because ZZ plants are known to help filter indoor pollutants like toluene and xylene, making them a low-maintenance air-improving companion. And the fun part? New cultivars like Raven ZZ, with leaves that turn jet black as they mature, are trending hard because they add a dramatic, almost futuristic vibe that no other easy care plant can match. Rex Begonia is taking center stage in Houseplants Trends for 2026 because people are craving bold, artistic foliage, and this plant delivers colors and patterns you simply don't get from typical houseplants. It thrives in bright indirect light, prefers lightly moist soil with good drainage, and loves humidity. Keeping it around 50 to 60% keeps those dramatic swirls, spirals, and metallic tones looking sharp. What's fueling its rise this year is its ability to look like living artwork. Newer hybrids feature shades of silver, red, purple, and charcoal arranged in abstract patterns that fit perfectly with the 2026 trend of creative, personality-filled interiors. Despite its fancy appearance, Rex Begonia stays compact, making it ideal for shelves, desks, and small apartments where people still want maximum visual impact. And the fun fact that makes it irresistible? Some varieties like the escargot begonia naturally form a spiral pattern so perfect it looks hand-painted, turning every leaf into a miniature masterpiece that evolves as it grows. And that wraps up our look at the biggest houseplants trends for 2026, a year where plants aren't just decor. They're mood boosters, wellness partners, and little pieces of art that make your home feel more alive. Whether you're into bold foliage, easy care classics, or rare collectibles, there's something on this list that can upgrade your space without adding stress to your routine. If you enjoyed discovering these trending beauties and want more indoor plant tips, ideas, and inspiration, make sure to subscribe, like, and drop a comment about which plant you're adding to your collection next. Your support helps this channel grow, and I've got plenty more plant-friendly content coming your way.